March Madness is heating up, and today we're diving into the latest projections for the Sweet 16 in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Who's got the best shot at making it? Which teams are overrated? And which squads have the firepower to go all the way? Let's break it all down. The journey is filled with upsets, Cinderella stories, and powerhouse performances. Let's get into which teams are looking strong heading into the Sweet 16. First up, the South region. The number one seed Auburn looks strong, led by one of college basketball's best players, Johnny Broome. While Auburn has lost 3 of their last 4, their ceiling is still as high as anyone's, especially with their elite defense led by Denver Jones and Dylan Cardwell. Michigan State, at number 2, is built differently. Defense, experience, and a head coach in Tom Izzo, who knows how to win in March. Their half-court sets are disciplined, and they don't turn the ball over much, which will be key. Moving over to the East, Duke is the number 1 seed and one of the most well-rounded teams in the tournament, led by Cooper Flagg. Duke is top 5 in both offensive and defensive efficiency, according to KenPom. Con Knueppel, 14.4 points per game, and Tyrese Proctor add depth, making the Blue Devils the team to beat. Wisconsin, seeded 3rd, is a well-coached, disciplined team that controls the tempo. They don't beat themselves with turnovers, and their defense forces opponents into uncomfortable shots. Now, shifting to the Midwest, Houston leads the way as the top seed and one of the most complete teams in the tournament. LJ Cryer, Milo Suzan, and Emmanuel Sharp give the Cougars an elite three-point shooting attack, 39.8%, while Joseph Tugler is one of the best defenders in the country. Right behind them, Tennessee at number 2 is a defensive powerhouse. Zakai Ziegler and Jamai Mashak anchor a team that grinds opponents down, but can their offense keep up? At number 3, Kentucky has talent, but remains inconsistent. Injuries have plagued them, but they still score 85.3 points per game, one of the best marks in the country. Purdue, the 4th seed, is led by Braden Smith, one of the best guards in the country. But Purdue's tournament history is shaky. If their guards struggle, they could be in trouble early. Finally, in the West, Florida holds the number 1 seed, but has the toughest path to the Final Four. According to KenPom, the West region features 3 of the top 6 offenses in the country: Florida, Texas Tech, and number 6 Missouri. Then there's St. John's at number 2. Rick Pitino has turned them into a national title contender, and their top-rated defense could make them a serious threat. It's pretty chalky out west, as the top 3 seeds have the 3 best odds of anyone in the region to win the national title. Florida has won 12 of their last 13 games, dominating the SEC tournament, and they enter March Madness with the number 1 offense and number 10 defense in the country. St. John's may be the best defensive team in the country, while Texas Tech is one of the best offensive teams, ranking near the top in three-point shooting. The Red Raiders have a high-powered offense and aren't afraid to unleash from behind the arc. Meanwhile, Missouri, the number 6 seed, has a dangerous offense, but their first-round matchup against Drake could be an early upset. Drake's coach, Ben McCollum, won a national title at Division II Northwest Missouri State and knows how to coach under pressure. When will the number 1 seed go down? It might not happen until the Final Four. Florida's 4 losses this season all came in SEC play against teams that made the tournament, and they've already beaten Missouri once in the SEC tournament. Every year, a Cinderella story takes center stage. This year, keep an eye on Drake, number 11 seed. They're 33 and have a veteran-heavy lineup. Bennett Sturts, their leading scorer, is a transfer from Northwest Missouri State and has a chip on his shoulder. Another underdog, Colorado State, number 12 seed. They just won the Mountain West title and beat Boise State. They'll face Memphis, number 5 seed, a team ranked lower than them in KenPom, despite being 7 seeds higher in the tournament. If you're looking for early bracket busters, watch out for New Mexico, number 10 seed. Their full court press and high-scoring guards can rattle any opponent. Another sleeper, UCLA, number 9 seed. They've underperformed but have tournament experience and athleticism to take down a higher seed. If there's a team that could be a letdown, it's Missouri. They've been inconsistent, and their first-round matchup against Drake is a trap game. Another team that could disappoint? Purdue. Their big man reliance could hurt them against fast, guard-heavy teams. If their guards don't step up, they might not make it past the first weekend. Teams like Duke, Michigan State, and Houston have proven they can win the close ones. Experience, coaching, and strong late-game execution set them apart. As we know, March Madness is unpredictable. Upsets will happen, Cinderella stories will emerge, and the road to the Final Four in San Antonio is wide open. Who do you think will make it to the Sweet 16? Let us know in the comments.